Alrighty, guys, so I'm here today talking about The Chocolate War by Robert Cormier. This is what the book looks like. It was written in 1974, which happens to be the year before I was born. So that means this book is about 45, 46 years old, depending on when it was written. Alrighty, so let me tell you about the book. The book is set at Trinity High School, which is a private Catholic boys' school. It is not residential. The main character, Jerry Renault, goes home in the evening and then comes back. He is a freshman at the high school and lives with his dad. Mom has died, and he's just trying to do the best he can to get through school. All right? So Archie Costello is a super power player at the high school. He is the head of a secret society called the Vigils. And what the Vigils do is assign assignments, kind of like pranks or other things they want to happen, to various members of the student body. And if you get assigned one of these assignments, you have to do it. Like, there's no way to get out of it. There's no way to not do it. You know that you're going to have to do it. All right? So the membership in the Vigils is not public. Like I said, it's secret society. The teachers are aware that the Vigils exist, and they probably have some inclination about who is participating or who's a part of it, but they kind of leave it alone. And this little organization within the school exercises a lot of power, all right? Another major player in this novel is Brother Leon. He's one of the teachers, and he is psycho. That is Miss Edwards' analysis. That's not any kind of like super highbrow analysis. That's just me telling you that man is not right, okay? So that is the environment in which all of this story takes place. And I'm not going to tell you too much more about it because I don't want to give too many plot points away. All right, now some essential questions that are asked in this novel. First, do we dare disturb the universe? That is on a poster that Jerry Renault has either at his house or in his locker, maybe in his locker, I believe. And it is the question that he is asking himself throughout this novel. Do I buck the system? Do I rebel? Can I go against the established order of the way things are? And then on top of that, if we do that, if we decide to buck the system, if we decide to rebel a little bit, if we decide to push back against things that are being pushed onto us, what price are we going to pay for that? And is the price worth paying? So there's some good mental fodder for people who like to think about rebellion, I guess, honestly, about that. All right, next, how can you use fear to control people? And then finally, what constitutes an abuse of power? What is appropriate power usage to use in life and in a school? And what is an over usage of that kind of power? When does it turn into abuse? So this book, I had mentioned with a separate piece that one is the psychologically most complex book, and I still think that I agree with that. I don't think I've disagreed with myself exactly yet. However, this book is also psychologically complex. The difference is the separate piece is very nuanced. It's under the surface. You have to dig a little bit with that one. With this one, the psychological complexities like smack you in the face. There's no ignoring them. It's out in the open. A lot of the conflict that takes place in this book, it's like psychological warfare. It's not as much physical, although there's some of that physical conflict too. All right, as far as content, by today's standards, I would say this is relatively tame content. There may be a little cuss word here or there, and there may be a little sexual reference here or there, but nothing that is narrated or explicitly stated. The most disturbing part of this book is the psychological stuff that people do to each other to manipulate and try to control and try to incite fear in people. That's what's disturbing. It's not any kind of explicit description of sex or not really too much violence, a little bit, but not a lot. I love this book. I read it sitting over there in that chair several years back. Like, I'm not even sure I got up. By the end of it, I wanted to hurl it across the room. Oh my gosh, I was like frustrated. But it was like a good kind of frustration. It was the kind of thing, I love that book, but now I'm mad at it, okay? So if that sounds like the kind of book for you, then you might want to read it. All right, I hope you guys are doing well. This is the last book talk that I'm going to do, so you need to start making some decisions. All right, have a good day.